What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Alright, so today I'm going to be swapping out my fuel pressure regulator. As you guys saw on my last video, it was a disaster. Went to the dyno, everything was going beautifully. I thought that $40 fuel pressure regulator was going to be doing its thing. Obviously it did its thing for the longest, but it couldn't handle the dyno for some reason. Like I said, I heard good things about that fuel pressure regulator, so wanted to run it, but it turned out to be a flop, and I don't feel like I want to go back to it. Diving into fuel pressure regulators, I'm going to talk a little bit about like the plethora of the ones that I was looking at, because I was considering a lot of them. It smells like fuel in here really bad. I have that exposed. I'm in the garage. I mean, it is vented, you guys can see, but yeah, so pretty much it got me through the drive, an hour and 16 minutes to be exact. Back, when I got back, that's when I noticed all the mishaps like you guys saw in the last videos. If you haven't seen it, just go make sure to check it out. Well, it was leaking like a freaking faucet, but it got me here and it was holding pressure, so that's all that mattered. It didn't leave me stranded. So, but yeah, so today we're going to be talking and reviewing the old one a little bit, but I'm also going to be talking about my K20 one, and I'm going to be talking about the difference that they have that I've only seen, but I'm actually running the older setup or model on my EG, and that's why it convinced me to go back to K20. The budget's already kind of done with. I already tested and trial all the stuff that I wanted. Some things didn't work. This is one of the major things that didn't work. So yeah, so let's talk a little bit. So I apologize for the sun glare or maybe the fan noise. Hopefully the mic's doing a good job at dissipating it. But here in the table we got, well, I got, which I'm going to be unboxing, the K20 one. You guys can see in there, that's the part number. If you guys are interested, I'm going to put the other part number for the other one that you might find over here. I got this from Real Street Performance. They're super close to me, about an hour away. So I got this within 2 days of shipping, so not bad. I think it was going for 160, but give or take tax and everything, I got it for about 171. This one up here that I have, about 40 bucks. I did get a one, I'll put it up here, from eBay. I thought it was going to work out. Obviously it's a replica, but I've had success with replicas before. Maybe a little bit of this one if you want to count it. And but that one was super bad. I just turned that one in, got my money back, so I went into this one. So I guess I'll put the total here, how much this one actually did cost me after everything's said and done with getting my refund back. But this one's 40 bucks, comes with fittings, comes with everything that I was able to actually install in the car, so not bad. And then let's unbox this one real quick, show you guys. You guys already saw the part number. This is the bad boy. It also comes, you guys can see here, has the bar fitting for the vacuum if you want to run it. It also has an MPT lock off if you don't want to, so that's pretty cool. See right here, not sure what version this is, but to me it looks kind of new. It has two of the -8 on the sides and then a -6 at the bottom, so that's a little bit different. I believe this one is a -8 on one of the sides and then a -6, and then I believe a -6 at the bottom as well. So not too bad. You guys can see here, K20 right there. You can't go wrong with K20. So already have it. And I mean, I'm not knocking hybrid racing. Their stuff is pretty good too. I just feel like it's overpriced. I mean, you're paying for what you're getting. It is a good company. Also, K20 is also a good company as well. A lot of stuff on my EG is K20 because they seem to give out better deals, better promotions than hybrid racing for the most part. Also, they actually have a couple of versions of their fuel pressure regulator. I've only seen one from hybrid racing. But yeah, in my quest for a upgrade fuel pressure regulator, I was looking at a blocks one, but that one was also questionable, so I didn't want to, like, because right now I'm 0 for 2. I need to at least get on the board and be 1 for 2 with this. So with this, I'm pretty sure I'm turning the tables. Obviously a blocks one, or getting a OEM AEM as well, which after that run down, I don't know, I lost a little bit faith, even though it was a replica one. Also Fuel Lab, that one's a little bit, I mean, it wasn't too bad. Sourcing it out, it was going to be about the same, a little bit more. It's also tiny, so it gives you that room space. And there was somebody locally about maybe 2 hours away from me, an hour, selling it, but just didn't feel to do quite the drive. So, you know, he was gonna let it go for $100, but I don't trust a lot of people on Marketplace giving them money in return for them selling you your stuff unless I know them. So I just decided to go safe route and get this. My buddy has an extra hybrid racing one, and he was gonna sell it to me for a good price, but I guess he got super busy, or he lost track of, I guess, us talking about it, or maybe he just didn't want to sell it no more. So yeah, so I just decided to go ahead and just jump and get K20Z. I love K20Z. I've had nothing but success with their parts, and I'm not knocking hybrid racing. I like hybrid racing as well. But like I said, I feel that I have more success at finding deals and promotions cheaper with K20Z, and K20Z's up there as well. So I like K20Z. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and start disassembling this one, take out the gauge, because I am going to be passing on to the other one. I do have some Teflon tape that I'm going to be using. I did a quick Google search, and they suggest to use the yellow one. I guess it's a little bit more petroleum liquid. By liquids, I mean like fuel resistant, but I've never had any issues with this one because I had it on this one. So I'm just gonna run it again. This is like Camp Bale one that I use for my compressor. So I'm gonna be using that. I already got my fittings in here, which is a -8 to -6. That's what you need. One of the block offset because the way I have it routed. Also, it's up to you however you want to route it on your engine. And then we got one of the block off here. They all have O-rings, and then a -6 to -6, which is going to the bottom. So I'm gonna get right into it. All right, so 20,000 hours later, we got it already done. For the life of me, I can never get it to center, so this is the best I can get the gauge. So I'm gonna go ahead and find a spot, or the same spot. I'm gonna go ahead and install it. I can't wait. I want to have the Integra back and running so I can start enjoying it for the most part. So, because you guys didn't know, I was setting for a minute, and this is the budget one. See how it looks? I mean, it did its thing, but it keeps leaking from the top, leaking really bad. So I have no idea what is going on. So yeah, let's go ahead and install this for the lighting. It is horrible. Sun's slowly going down. When I'm installing fittings, I like to do them by hand first, as much as possible, before torquing them down with a wrench or a special tool, special wrench, because you can strip them and they're super delicate. So that's usually what I like doing before I crank down on it. All right, so I got the bottom one, the return already settled down. Go ahead and give it a good tight. So I like to use this one. It's hard to see because on this side, but I like to use this one to hold down the actual fitting, and then this to actually tighten it down. And I don't over tighten it because you can mess it up. Just make sure that you're snugging it as best as possible. You don't want it to leak either. So that's good there. We'll call it a good there. Hope it doesn't leak. These are cheap fittings, and I already had to replace one of them. So yeah, the straight one right here that I'm about to put, coming from the actual fuel rail, I had to replace already. So clean it up. Make sure it's good by hand. It's good there. Go ahead and secure this one. All right, let's go ahead and crank down on it. I'll call it good there. Hope it doesn't leak. All right, let's go ahead and calibrate it to the set PSI, which is 58, 59 that I have it at, give or take. So let's go ahead and push the card back so I can get that done. All right, so I'm gonna make sure that I get my wrench and then my special Allen so I can tighten it up. I hope you guys can hear me. Like I said, I don't have the mic on, but a good discovery that I was doing by looking at the parameters when I had the two faulty but not branded fuel pressure regulator, it will take a while and my RPMs will always be shaky. Granted, I have not driven the car, but right now, right off the bat from starting up, and when it warmed up, I have the set idle RPM at 9,000 RPMs, a little bit higher, 1,000 higher than the ED. The ED is at 8 and it's really subtle. You guys can hear this is how it sounds when it's idling, so it's still pretty quiet. I noticed that with a good fuel pressure regulator, my RPMs are clean. Granted, the car is tuned, but I was not getting that same result with the budget fuel pressure regulator. So that should be a lesson right there, not to cheap out. So self to note, or note to self, in the future moving forward, I will always buy a branded one. I probably won't even try the budget ones because it's crazy what it's actually doing. It like cleaned up the whole pressure, and it's actually delivering how it's supposed to. I could be wrong. I could just be like maybe wilding out, or maybe I don't know. But it is different. I was looking at my parameters, and it's way different than what I had it before. Before, when it was idling like this, my RPMs will be kind of like bouncy. They'll be with this straight, just as the EG. So yeah, I mean, granted, I don't like how the TPS I calibrated it. I probably could have done a little bit better, in my opinion. But I'm gonna leave it the way it is because I like how it feels. All right, so we got the car fired up. Already installed the K20Z3 fuel pressure regulator. I apologize for the gauge, but I got it all crooked out. But it is holding set pressure, so it's perfect. No issues whatsoever with the AEM copy that I had, and then obviously the aftermarket one that you guys saw. So this is pretty much like my review on it. Hopefully it helps anybody out that's in doubt on what to get. You know, some of them are a little bit pricey depending on which ones you buy. Obviously the one that's on the EG, I seen it go for a little bit more, maybe because it brings a lot of stuff. I know that one brought, I think, fittings. I'm not sure about fittings, but it did bring a gauge, so it could be that. But this was bare naked, no gauge, no fittings, just straight fuel pressure regulator. So that's roughly what you're gonna get. And yeah, so it's holding very good, set pressure, easy to install. Obviously you put it where you want to, so I hope it helps anybody out that is looking for one. Obviously you can't go wrong with K20Z, name brand, quality is second to none. So it's your choice. I typically, you know, I don't have anything against high racing. I just typically find it a little bit more affordable and more deals than high racing. I think high racing only has one fuel pressure regulator model out there. From my understanding, K20Z has a couple of them out there. I'm not sure how many. I want to say maybe 3 or maybe more, but I think 3 is the ones that I've seen the most. I know the first model was pretty much a very identical copy of an AM one. They kind of look identical to, you know, up to a little bit, but that's the one that's on the EG. And I'm gonna put a picture just again, you know, if I have it in here. But yeah, that's just gonna conclude the video, guys. I hope it takes any doubt of, you know, what fuel pressure regulator to buy, what to go. Obviously, I hope I answer your question about how the budget ones perform. It's a hit and miss, 50-50. So my guess is the diaphragm, the inside, it's like, if I find a picture, I'll put it up here. I believe that's leaking or seeping, because there's not, I don't think it's supposed to have any liquid in there. I'm not sure, but I think that diaphragm is where vacuum controls. So I believe it's leaking out. So, and it shouldn't be doing that, because the design of it is it's not meant to be completely sealed on the top. So yeah, I think I mean I kept it just in case, but so yeah, I'm not gonna keep dragging this video. Thank you guys for watching the video. It's the second day. I ran out of time yesterday. So second day. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was informative, helped anybody out with doubts, and maybe selling on a K20Z one. Catch you guys on the next video and keep coming back for more kswap related content.